Hello iOS fans, Robin here again, and it's a Wednesday, which means only one thing, and that's right, it means Word Wednesdays, and they're back. This is the first one of the new year, and our first word for this year is Panther. Why? Because of this, Doreen Kindersley's Black Panther, the Ultimate Guide. You can almost tell when there's a new Marvel film around the corner because a new Ultimate Guide from Doreen Kindersley comes out. And this is the rather splendid looking guide to Black Panther. I really love the artwork on this. It's a little bit different from some of their others. Much more sort of just the three colours, red, black and white. Much more striking, I think, than the others. In a changing world, from a land of wonder, rises a new kind of hero. Discover all you need to know about the sensational Black Panther. Now, as we've discussed before on these videos, my Marvel education is a little bit lacking. Tend to have come from the films and popular cultural references rather than the comics themselves. And I can honestly say I knew very, very, very little about Black Panther. And of course, that's all set to change with the new film and with this book, which is rather wonderful. Opens with a foreword by somebody called Don McGregor, who wrote some of the Black Panther stories, the first set of Black Panther stories that were set in Africa with a full black African cast, which was very revolutionary at the time, and he was the man who sort of made that happen and kind of made the Black Panther the icon that he is now. So he writes the foreword, and then there's an introduction. So it was introduced in 1966 by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, the Black Panther, the first stories. And it was a pretty bold move to do. He was the first black superhero, effectively. Paved his way, of course, for other the heroes like Luke Cage, who now had his own Marvel TV series, which is excellent. And I'm hoping this film will be good. Black Panther has appeared in a couple of the other films already. I think two, maybe, of the existing films. And I should say, as usual, these don't really have any references to the film in them at all. It's all about the comics. They do have a common theme in these books, the way they're set up. And this opens with the timeline. This is more simple than some of the other timelines we've had in the past. The Ultimate Marvel one, for example, was huge. But this one is basically just the Black Panther starting from the very beginning, when he was Black Panther T'Chaka and Queen Nyami adopt a white orphan hunter to raise as their son. And Nyami dies soon after giving birth to T'Chaka's first son, T'Challa. And of course, T'Challa is the Black Panther. But it goes through the history of various sort of moments in Black Panther's history, right up to the present day. Black Panther goes in search of Africa's missing gods, the Orishas. And there's the fight against Thanos, so the Ultimates are in here. And various battles and incarnations through time, which, as you know from Marvel readers, there's many, many different Marvel universes and what have you, all sorts of things going on all the time. The standard format, again, is to have key characters, and obviously Black Panther is a key character in his own story, so there's a data file on him, and there's a key comic, so the key comic there is the first one, Fantastic Four, issue 52, volume 1, the Black Panther, and it moves forward. We've got the sacred mantle. Every Wakandan chief since Bashenga has worn the royal regalia venerating the Panther god. So it has all the various sort of key things that are in the superhero's life. More key characters: the Black Panther dynasty, Azuri the Wise, T'Chaka, Shuri, the key ally. First appearances in 2005. Black Panther, Princess, Regent, and Queen. And so Queen Mother Ramonda. Dora Milaje, so they basically get lots of key allies who have then somewhere in here in a minute we'll find some key enemies. Here's a key with a claw is a key enemy. And we have a first appearance 1966 as a human criminal, as a living sound being in the Fantastic Four issue 56, 1966. So yeah, so he was first appeared a long time ago, back in 66. And more key allies: Captain America, as we know. There's as you probably know, there's the Wakanda, where the Black Panther comes from, obviously. That's where Vibranium comes from, where Captain America's shield is made. That's all in here. I was just reading about that before. Now, of course, I can't find it. But we'll get to that in a minute. There's some more key allies: Fantastic Four, Daredevil. Again, linking back into some of that TV stuff. The Avengers, this is his part-time in the Avengers, it had a full-time in the Avengers, and going on. So this book says the key enemies, key concepts, key themes in the book. Haven't had a key theme yet, a quick look at key theme. The culture is a key theme. Nurtured by a divine bast, Wakandan history begins at the dawn of civilization, a rich and complex culture developed with Wakandans cherishing technological progress as much as arcane traditions. Blessed with fertile soil and vibranium, Wakanda's people have flourished as they never sought to overexploit the country's vast natural resources. A huge fable, if you like, for the exploitation of minerals and things in Africa. The Wakandans have looked after theirs in the story, which obviously much easier to look after in the story. So the Wakandans have looked after their vibranium. I think there's obviously the flip side of that in modern culture. There's all sorts of people trying to get hold of the minerals of Africa now, for good and bad. That's probably enough we'll say about that. So this book is pretty great. Go all the way through, right up to more modern, more contemporary key allies. We've got Misty Knight, Luke Cage, Storm and Manifold. It's time in the Ultimates with Blue Marvel, Captain Marvel, Ms. America, Anti-Man and Spectrum. These are much more recent entries in the Black Panther legend. It was 2016 this book goes, Black Panther volume 6, number 1. Panther versus Revolt, threatening to destroy Wakanda from within. So it has all the modern stories, it has all the old stories, and then in the middle it has all the middle stories, funnily enough. And this basically is a huge catalogue of history of the Black Panther, and it's really great. I could read it out for 20 minutes, but you probably wouldn't watch it, so I won't. So yeah, if you've seen the film and enjoy that, then I would, again, I'll pick this up and find out more about the comics, see if there's any key comics you want to read in there. I'm sure there are collected volumes available from all good bookshops. This is available in all good bookshops. It's priced $17.99, so again I'm guessing about $25 US. It's published by DK and in collaboration with Marvel. It is Black Panther, the Ultimate Guide. If you see the film, enjoy get the book, read the comic, get the book, whatever. Enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. That was our first World Wednesday of the year, Black Panther, and I'll be back with more. Got some Lego ones coming up, a bit of periodic table for you soon, so do tune into those if you're interested in them. And until then, that is it from me, and that is it from the Black Panther. Bye.